Hello, Nikki. How are you doing?
I am all right, thank you. How are you?
Yes, good, thanks. I just want to use this next 15 to 20 minutes just to go over your experience of working with me over the past 100 days in the hope that I can maybe help someone else who's struggling with alcohol and maybe wondering about committing to an alcohol-free coaching program. So if it's all right with you, we'll just jump straight in. And of course, I've known you for the last 3.5 months. And but for the benefit of everyone else watching, if you can just explain who you are and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name's Nikki. I am an alcoholic in recovery. Nearly a year. Had a relapse, but I don't really call it a relapse. It was more of a wobble because I picked myself back up and went back into rehab the day after, just for 10 days to sort myself out. And I've been working with Mike ever since then. And do you know what? I wouldn't be here without him.
Um,
Absolutely, definitely would not. 100 million, thousand, million, billion, trillion%
oh,
would
thanks,
not
Nikki.
be as healthy, happy. Um, I wouldn't have the courage and the strength definitely to face the challenges that come across. Normal challenges that I never used to be able to deal with, and now I kind of can. So a little bit about my past. I used to be a financial controller and then a finance director. It was a very, very kind of you would call powerful career job,
Mm.
which now I come to realize is not for me. Probably one of the biggest triggers of alcohol addiction. And yeah, so now I am a volunteer for the local alcohol and drug service, and I'm working through my accreditations to build a career path in that. And Mike
Amazing.
is thoroughly supporting me and helping me. So yeah,
Oh, amazing.
a little
Thanks,
bit about
Nikki.
me.
Thanks, Nikki. And yeah, I guess just curious, what made you decide to work with me and invest in the program to begin with?
I think, I know. I remember watching. I subscribed to your YouTube channel. I actually found you on Instagram first, I think, and then I subscribed to your YouTube channel, and I watched all the videos first, and I thought, hang on, this guy's good. And I didn't think I would. So historically, because I did residential rehab, I had 50 peers. We lived together for 4 months.
Mm.
Historically, I didn't think working online would work for me. I always thought it's got to be face to face. But do you know what? It's really, really nice. It's really nice to sit here in the comfort of my own home with a cup of tea, and it's you don't always need to use Mike if you don't want to ring him or text him, but it it's that it's something in your brain where you know that you've got 24/7 support. You just send a message, and I guarantee he will squeeze you in for a call, and he will help you. I mean, I had a massive wobble on Friday. I was shouting, screaming, it's the end of the world. And, even if I just get a voice note from Mike, it turns it round, flips it round, and you're able to get on with your day and not think, hang on a minute, I'm gonna go have a drink. I may as well because my day can't get any worse. So everyone else thinks I'm going to, so why not? Don't think like that anymore.
Mm.
I honestly don't think like that at all.
Mm.
So, yeah, so give this guy a try. Um, he's brilliant. Watch his YouTube things first. I think he's got a bigger library from when I first looked. I think there was only 6 videos when I first looked. I think you've got about 100 now. Definitely got an additional one every day anyway. So yeah, definitely give him a try. It's well worth it. My life's completely changed in just over 3 months. I think what are we on 110 days or
Yeah,
something?
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
completely changed. I don't even think really about alcohol at all. My mental health is still a little bit low, but working on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no. As far as alcohol's concerned, leaving that one.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I think I absolutely got that sense, going back a couple of months ago maybe. And And it was just that ability to kind of work on your own mindset and that forward facing understanding of what can I do to put myself in that best mental state to kind of move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Um, it's I don't I always take a couple of words, but there's always one, isn't there, from every session that we have. Every week we have a session. So, and I always take one word away. So, last week I think it was resilience and process, wasn't it?
Mm,
That was what we
mm,
took away. That was what I took away last week, and it sticks with you for a week, and then you start to build on that for 7 days, and then it comes to your next session, and you pick up on something else,
mm,
and yeah, so you kind of growing the mentality as you go along your 100 days. You're picking up different words and different theories, and different hypotheses and models. I mean, I've got you can't see from here, but I've got a pile
yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, I know. You're very academic, and it's great to work with you because you take everything on board and then put it into kind of working into your real life, which the real understanding of that psychological education is then processed, isn't it? Were there any initial thoughts or feelings during our first few weeks together? What were those initial thoughts and feelings?
Yeah, so I remember I was fresh out of relapse when we first started working together, weren't we? So I was a
Mm,
little bit wobbly, but um, it's it's as I've been saying. Oh God, I've forgotten what I was going to say then. Um, Over the last 4 months, well, three and a half or however, 110 days,
mm,
um, I can't change anything now that I've done in the last since working with Mike, because I'm kind of scared to now to change, like to leave this program, because it is that good and it has changed me and it's working. And I think, well, if something's working, right from the very first day that we started working together, and you kind of building this fountain of knowledge of how to make yourself grow and your future be better.
mm.
I'm actually scared of ever leaving the program because I don't want to change anything that I've done for
Mm.
the last few months, as I say, because it's working.
Okay.
So why would you change something that's working? So yeah, that's what I would say. I would say give it
Yeah.
a try for 100 days. I mean, even if you don't do the 100 days, don't do the 100 days. But I guarantee you'll want to. And
Mm.
if you're anything like me, you'll stay on even longer.
Okay. And were there any specific breakthroughs or results that you've experienced since starting the program?
Yeah, so I mean, you know yourself, my specific breakthrough is dealing with emotional outbursts. So I guess as an alcoholic in recovery, you're still going to have emotional outbursts. It's how you manage them, I think, because when you're in addiction, obviously you just pick up well, I did, a bottle or two or three of wine, and you deal with it that way, and then you fall asleep, and that's just how you deal with it. Um, but yeah, but now you kind of build a mindset of how to deal with things. But emotional outbursts is definitely the one thing
Mm.
that I've managed to kind of flip the coin, so to
Yeah.
speak. So, and I just start remembering things that have been said
Mm.
from Mike, things that have been said on calls, on sessions, in messages. You can flick through anybody can flick through your WhatsApp messages, read what's been said previously in the past and how you've dealt with it before, and you think, right, that's how I deal with it this time, and it works.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Nikki. And how have the sessions impacted your personal, professional life and overall well-being?
Um, well, my professional life, definitely, because I still wasn't working. I didn't have a clue really what I wanted to do. I think when we first started working together, I was going to go back to university and do music, um, which is still an option, but it's not something I want to do. I kind of I want to go into the support work and help other people in recovery that have been sat in my shoes, and Mike's. Um, So yeah, so he's definitely helped me professionally, and he's given me the strength to kind of work towards it as well. He said, you know what, you've got the wisdom, you've got the courage, you've got the strength, and you've got the knowledge. Um, and half of my knowledge, albeit most of it's from residential rehab and what I learned there, the rest of it is from Mike. I'm learning things from him. So not only on how to cope with my own addiction recovery, but I'm learning the tools to pass on to other people. So I'm kind of cheating a little bit professionally.
I love that.
So
I love that.
I'm kind of using everything that he teaches me and I'm passing it on to somebody else. So yeah, so professionally definitely. And well-being, well, I feel a lot better. I mean, I'm not waking up. I'm definitely less tired. I've got more energy. I'm more motivated. I wasn't exercising when we first met, was I?
Mm,
So I've got back into my swimming, meditation, and Tai Chi.
mm,
So I'm kind of physically well now. No, my blood results don't lie. They've recently come through, so they've done a U-turn as well. So physically healthy. So yeah, so all round
mm,
doing really well. Just need to keep going, which is why I keep saying I
mm,
don't change anything.
mm. Yeah, you're doing amazing. You really are. Was there one particular moment during our time working together when everything kind of clicked for you?
I would say I think it was about 90 days. I think off memory, maybe a bit before, maybe kind of about 80 days, when
Okay.
I kind of started thinking, do you know what? Something bad's happened. But I'm not going to think of it as bad. Whereas before I'd have been like, it's the end of the world. I want the ground to swallow me up. Oh, why does everything
Mm,
happen to me? Why? And
mm.
now I just think, oh, well, how do I learn from that? How do I
Love
learn
that.
from that? Like last week, I failed a module and Mike immediately sent me a voice note and he said, you know what, failure's a good thing. You learn from it and you'll turn it around and you'll pass it again. So I resubmitted it yesterday and yeah, so we'll see. But I'm fairly confident in that because otherwise I would have sat there and gone, no, I'm giving up because I nearly walked out. Very,
Mm,
very nearly walked out on that course on Friday. But instead, I decided to send a very, very, very long message to Mike, and he got back to me straight away as always and left me a voice note. And I picked that up, and I was like, "No, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stick it out." And I sat there in the session. We had a role play exam, and I passed that day, which I never thought that I would in the mood I was feeling because I wanted to go home,
mm,
but I didn't. So, so yeah, I think about 80 days. I think it
mm.
was between about 80 and 90 days. You just clicked.
Brilliant. And it's great to hear that. And I think I saw that as well. And when you sent me that text last Friday, I was quite pretty blunt about that failure, I think. And I thought, have I been too blunt? But it's
Yeah.
good that I thought you're ready for that. And he was just like, yeah, this failure's a good thing, Nikki. You know, you can learn from that. And it's really nice to hear that you've taken it on board. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll learn from it. And then you did really well on the exam as well. So good.
Yeah. Never failed anything in my life. Did. You taught me how to deal with it and I dealt with it. And I was like, yeah, failure is a good thing because, if I didn't fail, I'd have carried on thinking I was right and I wouldn't have been
Mm,
right.
yeah, yeah,
I'd have just carried on doing the wrong thing and
yeah,
writing the wrong thing and doing the
yeah,
wrong thing. So,
yeah, yeah. So the final question I ask everybody is, what would you say to somebody who's on the fence about working with me on to start their alcohol-free journey?
um, where do I start? Definitely, as I say, 1,000,000% give Mike a try. I mean, what have you got to lose? You either carry on drinking or, and you know how that's going to turn out. You're not going to be a positive person. You're not going to be a pleasure to be around for your family or your friends. Um, and don't get me wrong, once you start working with Mike, you've got friends and family relationships to build on, but it gives you the courage to do it. I've got my family and friends back in the last 110 days. all of the ones that I want back. Um, and he'll give you the strength to help you, and professionally as well. You've got that support professionally. I've jumped straight into a new career, which I probably wouldn't have even thought of doing before. Um, so yeah, he will help you definitely take the jump and do it. I mean, as I say, it can't get any worse. Can't get worse. Your health will just carry on deteriorating. Your mood will carry on being deflated. Don't even get me started on your sleep patterns. I'm sleeping very well nowadays. Um, so yeah, so give it a go. You've got nothing to lose anyway. As I say, you've got nothing to lose whatsoever and everything to gain because your life's out there to take back.
Mm.
So
Thanks so much,
yeah,
Nikki.
just take your life back and take your control back and just do it.
That's it. Fantastic. Well, I really appreciate your time today, Nikki. That's
Very welcome.
fantastic. And yeah, have a great week. Thanks again. Take
All
care.
right. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.